defending their home turf. On one sideline, look at the head coach of the Commanders. These guys 6-2 over the last 2 months of play. Kate Scott, Brock Ewan with you. Hoping there's a good one in store for all of us. And here we go from Toronto. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterback. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, big old win last week.
This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's going to bring up first down. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He picks up 5 on that first down run, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Shoves him on. Finds a seam down the middle. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. A gain of 26 yards there. And that gives him the first.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here.
1 yard gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now looking to throw. There's pressure, and he's going to be dropped. Well done by the Commanders' defense. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
That's a nice kick to begin his game, and make sure an impressive opening drive doesn't come away empty-handed.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. And we'll get a look at the guy calling the shots, their 5th-year quarterback.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back-to-back carries here. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Finds the in route complete. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
At the 36-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage. at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
First down, Washington.
Thrown back, gets the handoff. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Quickly out to the right, complete. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of a gain of 8, 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and
He'll try to do it himself. And this defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
That right there, that's a tough pill to swallow. That's kind of a manhood test, Kate. When you get pushed backwards on a 3rd down QB sneak, you're going to look at each other in the huddle and say, that can't happen again.
And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 9.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. We've got a screen to the running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throw here, 3rd down. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play. The Commanders going field goal here. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Snowhawks and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. They'll run here on first down. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Gets him on the quick hitter. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Dropping back to throw. Hits him on the out route. Finds a little room there. Gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Completed over the middle. Ooh, and the stop made awfully close to the marker and in midfield. It's going to be 3rd and short now from the 49.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Manages a gain of 3 there. And they're going to have a first down now. play straight ahead. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
At the end of 1, a field goal for each side, but no one has found the end zone just yet. It's a 3-3 game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
From the red zone on 1st. Oh, this big guy is moving! And in he goes for the touchdown. The Snowhawks take a 2nd quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Snowhawks break that tie and now lead by 7.
10. Commanders 3.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Return coming from the 6. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The Commanders and their running back about to get back to work. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting 2nd right now across the league in rushing yards. First down, play action. Throw left side, complete. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And this is going backwards. The defense all over that draw, and they're going to lose yards. 3rd down coming up. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. But it looks like someone from the Commanders got to that one. They'll keep the football. The Commanders ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. Collects this at the 32. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Snowhawks ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. They come in riding an 8-game winning streak, one of the longest in the league all season, partner, and they're in control of what could be win number 9. Now a give on the counter. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Precious tries powering through. The ball's loose. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play. And as this hits and heads out, we wait for the mark, but it should be right on the 20. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They go play action on 1st down. Complete out to the right side. He hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
He's got this at the 27. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Their offense running back out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. 1st down now, ball at the 33. Throwing off the play fake. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The deep ball. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to the air they go on 2nd down. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they were getting nothing on that return. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can return.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Throwing from the gun. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
From the gun on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
To number 29.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team on the field. And this will come from just inside his end zone. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He'll start from the 39. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The offense headed back to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Throwing now off the play action. All the left side. Yeah, this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Throwing it on second down. It's him on the in route. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. Third down. He keeps it himself. And that short gain is enough for him to set it down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More from Toronto after this. First and 10 now from the 46. Setting up to throw. Catch made over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. It's a good work to help reset those chains.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
It's second and 8.
He'll look to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
Brings up third and 4.
I'll throw it. Looking slant route, complete. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The SHawks grow their lead just before halftime. To rock this offense, looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
And when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Kicking team out to try the extra points. Extra point set right down the middle. And the SHawks double their lead to 14.
17. Commanders 3.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Commanders head out now late in the first half. And we're down inside a minute to play here in the second quarter. But that is enough time to get a drive together. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes first and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout. That one's complete, right side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play.
First down, Washington.
He's got a man left. And this one doesn't go far. The Commanders in the hurry up. They're hustling for the line.
Brings up second and 8.
They're going play action. Oh, he puts some air under this one. Right side. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the SHawks are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Airing it out to start this drive. Finds the in route complete. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line.
down.
First down now, ball at the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw. Hits his running back. And that's going to bring us to the end of this second quarter, Brock, as he is met and taken out of bounds.
Nope.
We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the third quarter. The story is halfway told. Let's see what the back half has in store as we get started in the third quarter. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Commander offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Back to work after throwing the pick. Completed over the middle. And he hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance. This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The offense getting set to go. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
At the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Throwing from the gun here.
And 4.
Hits him on the out route. And he's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. They gain 11 on that play. And that gives him a first down. New set of downs for him. He'll start at the 38. The give now out of the shotgun. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Hang on now. Looks like we've got an injured player out there and in need of some aid. So we'll step away briefly as they work on him. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll run it from the gun. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
3rd and long for him here. Past the line, he's going to run for it. He picks up 15 on the play. And that means 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a...
Deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Commanders get to it first.
You know, that just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Commanders set to take over. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. This one's to Schultz, out right side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Quick throw is caught. And this one does not go far. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 43-yard line.
They're throwing it. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's brought down after a short gain. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throw here, 3rd down. Taking a chance to the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're up against it here on 4th down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball. Okay, that's pretty cool. Pretty big kick for him. Actually, a new season long. And when you do that, guess what happens? You're going to get called upon from that distance yet again.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Snowhawks are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They'll throw to start the drive. Finds him over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. On 1st down, they'll run. Continuing to move past the 45. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
Toronto, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. That one's complete over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs.
31-yard line.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Here's a throw. Now he takes it. He's got it in the red zone. And he picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Offense is set, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. So calling a half dozen on that run block. It's 2nd down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to.
And he is in. Touchdown. The Snowhawks stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the SHawks push their lead to 18.
Commanders 6.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing now off the play action. Complete out to the right. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down from the gun. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. And the SHawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they got him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Long back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Over at the 25-yard line. A gain of a yard.
2nd down pass play coming. Dumped off to his running back. Escapes the defender. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Trying the right side. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. All right, here we go. 2nd down. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Brought in. And that nice catch not going to translate into a new set of downs just yet. The stop is made in time to make it 4th and short.
A gain of 12 yards.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And the question out there is, Brock, how early and often are they going to try passing here after they were picked off on the previous drive?
Well, I think the answer to that is how much trust does this play caller have in his quarterback? We're going to get to find out right now.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
At the 32-yard line.
Trying to throw this from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. He's going to run for it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
Washington, first down.
We've set it down from the 37.
It's a gain of 6. And the Commanders first down.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Cut out left. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Massive hit. The ball is out. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
Recovered by the offense.
They'll throw here on first. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing it again here. Hits him on the in route. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
Another Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Line up the design keeper. And nothing was going to help him escape that. He gets hit for a loss. 2nd down coming up.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses. But not for the defense right there. Did their homework. And they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
First down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
He's going to throw this one. They bring pressure, and they're going to get to it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. We send a man in motion from the red zone now. Almost had 6, but can't. Well, Dan Campbell never shy when he disagrees with a call, and he's thrown the red flag here.
Play is under review.
Well, we can see he made the catch. He definitely has possession, but did both of those feet hit down in the end zone?
Yeah, get that zoom button ready to go. Get the magnifying glass. Was there any green right between his feet and that end line? That's what they're going to be looking for in the replay booth.
So a good challenge from Dan Campbell as the calls change. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders get it back to a 14-point game.
Commanders 13.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. That count runs their offense. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. Fresh set of downs now from the 39. Going to the ground again on first. He finds a little room there before being hauled down, gain of 3.
the 36
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the well again. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Sending him on the dive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
25-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down here at the 16. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. No questioning on that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on first down. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Another carry for him. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout. So the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Complete on the option. Touchdown. Making a 3-score game in the 4th. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
That one right down the middle. And the Snowhawks stretch their lead to 21. We've got a break in the action. Looks like someone was shaken up on the play. Medical personnel out now to attend to him. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Pass play on 1st and 10. Catch made over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Working quickly here. Send the tight end in motion. Throwing it on 2nd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
6 yards to go.
They'll throw 3rd and long. He's making a bid for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Toronto. Commanders trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Dumps it off to his running back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. Offense is hurrying, time running down.
And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He just throws this one away.
Incomplete on the throw.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third at long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Here's a design run. Lining up to take a knee on second down. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. Yet another win for them, Brock. And now, I don't know. Are they talking about it? Are they thinking about it but not talking about it? They're officially over halfway now to a perfect season.
Yeah, I don't think they're talking about the 72 Dolphins yet or the 07 Patriots, but I do think they're believing. They're believing they can find ways to win, and they're doing it every single week.